Many games have been turned into films throughout the years. There was Warcraft, then Uncharted, and more recently, the Super Mario Bros. Now, one of the best known and best-selling fantasy tabletop role-playing games, Dungeons & Dragons, just got another film installment released recently. But for today's history lesson, let's find out how a small local gaming community came out with one of the most influential games of all time. Before there was Dungeons & Dragons, there was first The Chainmail, written by Jeff Perrin and D&D's eventual creator, Gary Gygax. Gygax was the leader of a local gaming community in Wisconsin, organizing the first ever Gen Con back in 1968. Then called the Lake Geneva War Games Convention, the largest tabletop game convention in North America. He also founded the Lake Geneva Tactical Studies Association, a wargaming club whose members, funnily enough, regularly met in his basement. Chainmail was a tabletop game created to act out medieval battles. At Gen Con 1969, Dave Arneson, a student at the University of Minnesota, met Gygax. Hitting it off, the two created not long after a set of Napoleonic naval battle rules called Don't Give Up the Ship. But Arneson eventually got tired of all the Napoleon stuff because he felt it was getting too rigid. He decided to create a modified version of Chainmail that focused on individual heroes exploring a castle full of monsters. He tested the game with his friends and then showed it to Gygax and his club's members, and soon after, the new game was set to be published. The two first referred to their product simply as the fantasy game. Not really a very interesting name. Gygax wrote up a list of fantasy-themed words and figured out which ones sounded the best. His wife Mary Jo and their 2-year-old daughter Cindy liked the name Dungeons & Dragons the best. But major game publishers were still far from Gygax and Arneson's hands, so Gygax secured funding for a print run through Tactical Studies Rules, or TSR, his own company. And in 1974, 1,000 copies of the first ever official D&D rules were spread across hobby stores around the Midwest. Arneson didn't have the money to invest in the project back then, but he formally joined TSR in 1976. Nevertheless, he was getting royalties since he was a co-creator. Soon, Dungeons & Dragons spread through word of mouth, from hobby clubs to college campuses. Although, plenty of gamers got the game through piracy, since only 1,000 copies of it were printed, so TSR printed more copies and updated the rules. Arneson became the director of research, but he only lasted a year since he wanted to pursue his own projects. With the original edition's success, TSR released their new Advanced Dungeons & Dragons in 1978, printing it with the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster Manual. But tensions rose between Gygax and Arneson. Gygax was getting a bit greedy and argued that the new edition was different enough from the original that Arneson didn't need to receive royalties from it. Arneson was no longer with TSR as well anyway, but Arneson struck back with a series of lawsuits from 1979 to 1981. The two ultimately settled out of court, with TSR paying Arneson royalties on all of D&D's profits. They would still work throughout the 1980s, but the tension never really died down, up to Gygax's death in 2008 and Arneson's in 2009. The rise of Magic the Gathering, another fantasy tabletop game, in the 1990s posed a threat to D&D. To push against their competitor, TSR released Dragon Dice in 1995, but their investment didn't pay off, and with the company's mounting debt and little money, Magic's publisher, Wizards of the Coast, ultimately bought TSR. With its new owners, D&D got a rebranding. Its third edition was released in 2000 and it became the most successful version of the iconic game to that point. Jump more than 2 decades later, Wizards still has their hands on D&D. And now the game's 5th edition surpassed the sales and popularity of both the Advanced D&D and the 3rd edition. The game might perhaps continue soaring in fame as the film Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves just came out. So what race and class do you play in D&D? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Generalist channel for tidbits in history. And also click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new video comes out.